We good to go?
Good. Are we?
Patrick, are you ready?
You're on mute. There you go. I think we're good.
All right. Okay, we have a quorum, right?
Sir.
Yes, sir. That is correct.
All righty. So we can get started. Time is now 3:05, and I can call the Special Community Development Committee to order. And we don't have anyone from the public, no public participation in this one today that I know of.
That is correct. No one has signed up to speak, and we have no public comments.
Good. Okay, so we move right along to we don't have any minutes to be approved. We don't have any old business, so we go right into the new business. And I think, Ms. Johnson, you'll be doing this?
Yes, sir. I'll open it up, and I'm going to ask Rebecca Dale to share with the committee what our recommendations are for the 2025-6 program year and the related documents attached to that.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
if I may, before we dive into that,
Oh, the invocation.
can we go to the May 14th letter from the Secretary, Assistant Secretary of HUD?
Okay, I don't have a problem with that.
I just had a question on it.
Okay.
And this question has to do with the Section 108 Loan Guarantee Program.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Haven't we utilized those funds already?
We have. We no longer have a Section 108 loan. In fact, the city paid that loan off. We've had more than one, in fact, but we paid that loan in full. In fact, we paid it off early.
Okay. So we now have the ability to go and use it again, is what you're saying?
Yes, sir. If mayor and council decides that we want to approach HUD with a Section 108 loan request, absolutely, because the other has been paid.
Okay. So we have the potential of utilizing it at 4.2 million.
Correct.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure, because we have used it and it's been extremely helpful. I mean, even starting with the Francis Marion Hotel that we repaired. Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, we can move right along. Anyone else? So we can move right along to item number 1, the review of the 2025-26 federal award from HUD.
So, Councilmember Mitchell, Mayor, and members of the City Committee of City Council, I just want to share with you what you see before you and what will be discussed is one, our plan for 25-26, which is our program year funding. Every year we present a budget to you based on applications we receive from local organizations. These applications, of course, have to comply with our consolidated plan and HUD's regulations, so those will be covered. Those particular allocations will be a part of both our annual action plan and the consolidated plan. The annual action plan every 5 years serves as an exhibit to an addendum to our 5-year consolidated plan that is a requirement of the Department of Housing and Urban Development. My team, along with the community, in fact, because we did a community-wide survey, has been working with Civitas, and you see that sign on here, Grace Orr, Eric Chatham, who leads that organization. They've been helping us codify and bring the information together that we are presenting to you today. So with that, and thank you, Grace, for the work that you're doing in concert with us. With that, Rebecca's going to cover what that budget looks like, what our primary goals are for our 5-year consolidated plan. And certainly, if you all have questions of us as we go through this, we're glad to answer those. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On you.
All right, thank you. Patrick, are you able to share the budget sheets on screen, or do I need to do that? I can do it. All right, so the first one that we'll go over is the CDBG Allocations, again, these have been approved by our CD Advisory Committee. And the first grouping is the city programs that we have allocated money to. As you can see, our program administration, we recommended 90,000 for that. Property maintenance, 40,000. Our rehabilitation program, that has both substantial and the limited substantial in it. So that came in at 255,860. The roof replacement program, we've allocated 200,000 to. Down payment assistance, we've allocated 70,000. Heirs property, 20,000. Housing acquisition came in at 53,678. Then our environmental reviews that we have to conduct on each of these projects, we allocated 60,000 to. Then also another city program that is being run by Mindy Sturm office, the Financial Empowerment Center, we allocated 20,000 to. The next page starts our nonprofits that went through the application process. We have Habitat for Critical Home Repairs at 50,000, Charleston Pro Bono at 20,000, Charleston Promise Neighborhood at 20,000. The Urban League, we have both the House and Home program and the Fair Housing program. We did 30,000 to House and Home and 50,000 to Fair Housing. Excuse me. Then we have Closing the Gap in Healthcare, the Health Literacy program. We put them at 10,000. ShelterNet, which provides direct assistance to tenants, 25,000. 180 Place, we came in at 30,000 for them. Then Operation Home, again, critical home repairs at 50,000. The Hope Center, which now falls under the Homeless to Hope Inc. We gave them 20,000, and then Shippa Clinic, which was new to us last year, applied again, and we allocated 15,000 to them. So the total amount for the city programs comes to $637,688, and then the nonprofits total is $496,850.
Okay, does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, I do. Mike, okay, I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. My question has to do with the allocations. I think at the top we say 100 and something thousand plus the 200. Is that PI, program income?
Program income, yes.
Okay,
sir.
just wanted to be clear. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? So we move right along to the next.
Right.
That would be the home investment partnership program.
Mr. Chairman, do we move forward with a vote on approving these, or is this just for review?
We vote.
We vote on it and then we send it to city council.
Right. So are we voting on the whole package or each individually?
Well, I vote on the whole package if it's possible.
Okay.
Okay.
Just curious.
All right. Thank you. We going down to the home investment partnership program.
Yes, sir. So again, for home investment, the total allocation is $520,030. For city program administration, we came in at 52,800. The rehabilitation program, again, we put limited and substantial in one line item for 100,000. We did allocate 50,000 to rental rehab and 96,026 to land acquisition. 79,204 for the Chodo 15% set asides. And then our two nonprofit applicants, we have Palmetto Cap for 36 Cooper Street at 50,000. And then Holy City Treks, which is the Pink House Community Center, for 100,000 even.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
if I may, I mean, I've reviewed all of these documents and the recommendations from the committee, and I saw nothing that jumped out at me that I would want to amend any of the recommendations.
Correct.
I don't know whether or not my other colleagues will agree, but I move for approval as submitted.
Second.
All right. It was moved in second. All in favor, vote by saying aye.
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 Opposers? Ayes have it. So that's you taking in the Hopper too?
That's all of them, yes.
All of them. Okay. Well, we don't have. Is anything else to bring before the committee?
I had one question on the action plan.
Okay.
The action plan executive summary, where we set our goals.
Yeah.
And we did incorporate the 3,500 units that I think council, I'm not sure if we recommended them, but we accepted them from the mayor. The 3,500, I think, was the goal. And most recently, I think we said, Mayor, that instead of the 5-year, that we would be doing the 3,500 in 7 years. Am I correct?
Yes.
And why I'm saying that is because this is a 5-year plan. Am I correct?
Yes.
That's correct.
Okay. So I just wanted to make sure that we're in sync, that we're proving something, okay, that is not quite where I see the mayor in terms of the time frame for developing the 3,500.
I was actually I appreciate you bringing this up, Mr. Chairman, if I may.
Yes,
I wanted to recommend perhaps a few minor tweaks to this, very much in line with what Councilman Gregory's pointing out here. I did want to make clarification on the 3,500 units being over a 7-year period. So that would be 2032. But we can just make a reference point to that, I think. And then when it comes to the 7,500 units, which are not really tied directly to affordable housing efforts, I think that while it's important to the Bloomberg plan to increase supply, I think keeping that off of this strategic plan makes some sense because I worry it could be confusing. So that would be my recommendation. I'm fine if we want to keep it in there, but I would want a footnote at least that we don't have a lot of control over the 7,500 units. That is really market driven. So for when it says build at least 7,500 homes, that would imply that we as a city have some responsibility for that. And that's not really the case. So just didn't want to be misleading, didn't want somebody to look at this a year from now and say, what are you talking about there?
Well, in addition, we said, I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, where are we going to get that 800 million from? That's all there.
You were going to tell me that.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. We can do it. Just checking.
So Chairman Mitchell, based on the mayor's comments, Councilmember Gregory's comments, and I saw Grace nodding, we can add comments too, because it's only mentioned the Bloomberg goals that we established together only mentions that it supports the plan. And naturally, even with the 7,500, if there is greater market rate housing in the community, it it helps us when it comes to affordable and attainable housing. So we can certainly put an addendum on that page relative to the mayor's expansion of that 3,500 to 7 years, and then this overall strategy, so that it is recognized that this is not the city's responsibility, but there's a collective effort that will be employed in order to make these things happen. And we can send that back out before you all get to council meeting.
Okay, I would just include that in there so we'll be able to see it. So all the council members, everyone else will be able to see that.
Yes, sir.
This is a part of it. Okay.
Okay.
And
Do you think I need a motion on that?
Well,
Excuse
not
me?
to belabor that point, just making you cite the Bloomberg housing study, but I would get pretty specific on the date on when it was delivered, just so that you can refer back to that it clarifies a lot of this in the report itself. So
Okay.
just making sure it's.
Do you think we need a
cited.
motion on that to include that to this?
I can make a motion
Yeah,
that
I
we
think
accept this report as amended.
Okay.
Second.
Thank you.
All board vice.
And then we have Councilman Parker. Sorry.
Someone else have their hands up? No.
Councilman Parker.
Oh, Councilman Parker. I didn't see your hands. I can't see it every month. Go ahead, Ms. Councilwoman
Yeah,
Parker.
thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to confirm, we're voting on item 3, correct? Got a little,
Yes.
Yes.
thank you.
Any other questions? All in favor, vote by saying aye. Opposes? Ayes have it. So anything else to bring before the committee before we stand adjourned?
Rebecca, anything further?
No, I don't think so. I think that covers it.
Very well. Thank you.
I have a motion that be
So
adjourned.
move and thank you.
Second. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Take care.
All right,
We
bye.
all adjourned. Thank you.
Bye.